Most men listen to words, but attraction rarely speaks first through words. It shows itself quietly, through the body, subtle signals that reveal what she feels before she ever says it. The eyes reveal attention and emotional focus in a way that no words ever can. When a woman is genuinely interested, her eyes don't just look at you, they stay with you. There's a difference between casual eye contact and intentional attention. Casual glances are brief, distracted, and easily broken. But when she likes you, her gaze lingers just a little longer than normal, as if she's not in a rush to look away. It's in those extra seconds that everything is communicated. Her focus becomes sharper, more present. Even if there are distractions around, conversations happening, people moving, her attention keeps returning to you. It's almost automatic. She may look away for a moment, but her eyes find their way back, like you've become a point of interest she can't ignore. You'll also notice a softness in her expression. The eyes relax, the tension fades, and there's a subtle warmth that replaces it. This isn't something she forces, it's something she feels. When someone is emotionally engaged, their guard drops slightly, and the eyes reflect that openness. It's not about intensity, it's about comfort and curiosity existing at the same time. Another detail most people miss is how she reacts when you're not directly speaking to her. If she's still watching you, still aware of your presence, even when you're focused elsewhere, it's a strong signal. Attention that continues without needing constant interaction is real attention. And sometimes, the most telling moment is when your eyes meet unexpectedly. If she quickly looks away but then returns, or if she holds that contact with a quiet confidence, it reveals more than any compliment ever could. Because when a woman is emotionally drawn to you, her eyes don't just see you, they choose you, again and again, without saying a single word. The lips signal comfort and a desire to engage in a way that's often overlooked because it's so subtle. When a woman feels drawn to you, her body begins to relax, and that relaxation shows up in how her lips move and respond during interaction. It's not about anything exaggerated or obvious, it's about small, natural shifts that happen without conscious effort. When she's comfortable around you, her lips won't stay tense or tightly pressed together. Instead, they soften. You may notice them slightly part when you're speaking, as if she's fully absorbing what you're saying. That small parting isn't intentional. It's a sign that she's present, engaged, and mentally invested in the moment with you. It reflects openness, both emotionally and physically. There's also a rhythm to how she uses her lips during conversation. She might smile more easily, not in a forced or polite way, but in a genuine, flowing manner that matches the energy between you. The smile comes quicker, lasts a bit longer, and feels more natural. It's not just a reaction, it's participation. Her lips are responding to you because she wants to be part of the interaction, not just observe it. Another subtle sign is when she unconsciously draws attention to her lips. This can be as simple as briefly touching them, adjusting them, or even pausing before she speaks, as if she's choosing her words more carefully. These small actions often come from heightened awareness. She becomes more aware of herself because she's aware of you. Even in silence, the lips communicate. A slight upward curve, a relaxed expression, or a gentle bite can all signal comfort and emotional ease. None of these are deliberate signals, they're natural responses to feeling good in someone's presence. Because when she enjoys being around you, her lips don't just speak, they reveal that she wants the moment to continue. The neck shows vulnerability and trust in a way that is deeply instinctive and often unnoticed. Unlike other parts of the body, the neck is naturally protected. It's an exposed and sensitive area, and because of that, people don't reveal it freely unless they feel a certain level of safety. When a woman feels comfortable around you, that protective instinct begins to soften, and that's when subtle signals start to appear. You might notice her tilting her head slightly while listening to you. It's a small movement, but it carries meaning. That tilt exposes the side of her neck, signaling that she's not guarded in your presence. She's relaxed enough to drop that layer of protection, even if she's not consciously aware she's doing it. It's not a dramatic gesture. It's quiet, natural, and real. There's also a fluidity in how she moves. When trust is present, her posture becomes less rigid. She may angle her body toward you, letting her neck remain open instead of tucked or shielded. This openness reflects emotional ease. She's not just physically present, she's mentally and emotionally available in that moment. Another detail is how she reacts during closer interactions. If she doesn't pull away quickly or tense up when you're near, and instead maintains that relaxed exposure, it reinforces the sense of comfort she feels with you. The neck, in this sense, becomes a silent indicator of how safe she perceives the environment and you. Even something as simple as brushing her hair aside, revealing her neck briefly, can signal that she's at ease. These gestures aren't calculated. They happen naturally when tension fades and trust takes its place. Because when a woman feels secure with you, her body doesn't just stay, it opens. And the neck is one of the clearest signs that she feels safe enough to do so. The hands express subconscious interest and connection in a way that is constant, honest, and difficult to fake. While words can be chosen carefully and expressions can be controlled, the hands tend to reveal what's happening beneath the surface. They respond to emotion in real time, making them one of the clearest indicators of genuine engagement. When a woman is interested, her hands rarely stay still. There's a natural increase in movement, not nervous in a tense way, but alive, responsive. She might gesture more while speaking, using her hands to emphasize her thoughts, showing that she's not just talking, she's invested. That energy reflects a deeper level of involvement in the interaction. You may also notice how her hands interact with her environment. She might lightly touch objects around her, adjust something on the table, or play with small details without realizing it. These movements often come from heightened awareness. When she's drawn to you, her body becomes more active because her mind is engaged. It's a subtle overflow of attention. Another powerful signal is proximity. If her hands naturally move closer to you, resting near yours, brushing lightly against you, or not pulling away quickly after contact, it suggests comfort and a willingness to connect. These moments are rarely forced. They happen in between conversations, in pauses, in silence, and that's where they carry the most meaning. There's also softness in how her hands behave. The movements become less rigid, more fluid, reflecting emotional ease. Whether she's fixing her hair, adjusting her sleeve, or simply resting her hands in a more open position, it all points to a relaxed state around you. Because when a woman feels a connection, her hands don't just move, they reach, respond, and quietly close the distance between you without needing permission or words. Body language always speaks before logic intervenes because attraction begins as a feeling, not a decision. Before the mind has time to analyze, question, or filter what's happening, the body has already reacted. It's immediate, instinctive, and honest. That's why the earliest signs of interest are almost always nonverbal. They come from a place that isn't trying to impress or calculate outcomes. When a woman feels drawn to you, her body responds in subtle ways long before she consciously acknowledges it. She might lean in slightly when you speak, adjust her posture to face you, or mirror your movements without realizing it. These actions aren't planned. They happen automatically because her attention has already chosen you, even if her mind hasn't fully caught up yet. Logic, on the other hand, takes time. It evaluates, weighs options, considers consequences. It might tell her to be cautious, to hold back, or to maintain distance. But by the time those thoughts begin to form, her body has already revealed glimpses of how she feels. That's why body language is often more reliable than words. It hasn't been edited or refined. You'll notice this especially in unguarded moments. When she laughs freely, reacts without hesitation, or forgets to maintain composure for a second, that's when her true interest shows. These are the moments where logic hasn't stepped in to manage behavior yet. They're raw and genuine. Even small inconsistencies can reveal the truth. She might say one thing verbally, but her body tells a different story, staying close, maintaining eye contact, or continuing to engage. The body doesn't lie easily because it doesn't operate from intention. It operates from feeling. Because in the early stages of attraction, the body leads and the mind follows. And if you pay attention closely enough, you'll always see the truth before you ever hear it. Attraction is rarely loud. It doesn't announce itself with clear statements or obvious moves. Instead, it hides in plain sight, in the small, almost invisible gestures that most people overlook. If you learn to read these signals, you stop guessing and start understanding. Because when a woman is genuinely interested, her body begins to communicate in ways she doesn't even consciously control. She doesn't need to say she likes you. You can see it. Her eyes are the first place it begins, not just looking at you, but returning to you, holding contact just a second longer than necessary. There's a difference between seeing someone and observing them. When she likes you, she studies you. Her gaze softens, becomes warmer, more intentional. Even in a room full of people, her attention keeps finding its way back to you. That's not random. That's focus driven by interest. Then come the lips. Not in an obvious or exaggerated way, but in subtle shifts. She might slightly part them when you speak, or unconsciously touch them while listening. It's a physical response tied to attention and emotional engagement. When someone feels drawn in, their body opens up, and the lips are one of the first signals of that openness. It's not about seduction, it's about presence. The neck is different. It's more vulnerable. When she tilts her head or exposes her neck while talking to you, she's showing a level of comfort that isn't given to just anyone. That area is instinctively protected, so when it's revealed, it signals trust. It's her body saying, I feel safe here, without needing to say a word. Her hands tell another story. Watch how they move around you. Do they adjust her hair more often? Do they find small reasons to stay active, touching objects, brushing lightly against you, or even fidgeting in a softer, more relaxed way? Hands reflect internal energy. When she's interested, that energy becomes more expressive, more alive. It's not controlled, it flows naturally. All of this happens beneath the surface. No rehearsed lines, no calculated moves, just instinct. Because real attraction doesn't perform, it reveals.